What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. My name is Splattercat. Chillin'. I got my big kitty with me right now. He's hanging out. He's being my co-pilot as I lead you into another dungeon where bad things will more than likely happen. Today we're probably going to do a low-level run. I might bring some people along. Oh, I don't know. Let's see what we have to work with here. In the previous episode, we had already gotten everything set up that we needed to have set up as far as our stress reduction and other character-related activities needed to go. However, for right now, we need to decide who's coming on this next mission. So I'll probably, Ray Nominal still got a little bit of stress left. I'll probably bring, yeah, you seem like an okay chap. I've added more, as you can tell, I've added more nicknames to my characters, so they may not be the most original, but if you cross-reference and go back, there's wordplay on each of them. Whatever their names look like is what I ended up doing, so I'm gonna look around and find treasures on the ground. I actually really do not like the Cove. The Cove I tend to avoid like the plague because it's really just not worth it. All things considered, the Cove basically gives you all the same rewards as the Ruins. The only difference is that the mobs here suck a lot more. Like the little fishy guys with the spears that do the spear fishing thing, not a big fan. They're too fast, they've got a ton of HP, they hit like trucks, and it's just, they're a mob with no real weakness. And so they've got like, I guess, semi-low HP, but they got like 12 or 13 HP, which is still enough to take a hit. So I tend to avoid them. If you can make it through here without too many things going wrong, it's not that bad, but there's just so many things in the Cove that can go instantaneously wrong, like the big fat guys that explode, or the little spearfishing guys that are always critting and hitting you first. It can be troublesome. We've got a short mission over here, which will give a Plague Doctor a chance to stun. I don't really care about that reward right there. That reward also does not look so super awesome. Let's do a medium run in the grotto, I guess. It's a 90% a room thing, so we might be able to pull it out on the backside. I'll probably bring characters that are a little bit more experienced, just to make sure we make it through without too many problems. However, actually, I guess I could bring the Bard along. He doesn't have Slice Off, though, which is my favorite ability. Slice Off is super dankety-dank. He's got Harvest, which is okay. I don't know if I want to bring him or if I just want to bring Bullet. I'm not sure who I want to bring. Bullet definitely got to decide if she wants to be a backline fighter or a frontline fighter, though. I've got modifications I need to make to all of their like ability lineups, but we're so low on cash right now that we're kind of buried. So this might be a decent chance to take people in for a darkness run. What do I have as far as throwaways are concerned? Got Bone Man. We've got her. What does she have? She doesn't have my favorite ability, which is the Thrown Dagger. That's unfortunate. She also doesn't have Shadow Fade. She's got a pretty terrible configuration of abilities. Toxin Trickery, there's uses for it, but she's pretty poorly set up right now. I might just fire her altogether. I don't know. Let's bring him. Let's bring Tall Boy for the front line. Pit and Pendulum. I don't know, everybody. She's kind of worthless. Maybe I'll bring Trelly Trell instead. There. That'll work. Nobody here is precious to me, so they're all expendable. Let's do... yeah, we'll go into the Warrens. That doesn't sound too bad. We'll head down into the sewers and level it up a little bit. That's 100% of room battles. That's 90% of rooms. Let's do the room battles one. Meh. There we go. That'll do her. And so hopefully we can get some decent treasure from here. I don't know if it's going to go that way or not, but we'll try. No torches brought because I'm planning on this being a darkness run. As I previously said, have no fear. Darkness run. It's all going to be okay. I promise, maybe. Slightly.
They breed quickly down there in the dark.
I'm going to put all those out real fast. You can get rid of those by shift-clicking the little lamp figure right there. Because all these characters are low level, there is the chance that we might go ahead and take care of that real quick. It looks like we're already off to a banner start. Oh, it's a plus to stress, too. First room! Ah, good. We've been surprised. You can't retreat on the first turn. They force you to dedicate. Normally what I would do back before they nerfed this is if I got scrambled on the first turn, I'd run away. Instantly, I'd rearrange and I'd come back in. It was an exploit, but it worked pretty well. Let's go ahead and grab little piggy back here, and we'll drag him up to the front so that we can meet with him. We can parlay and be like, hey, little pig, how you doing? Little pig, let me in. I'm going to stab through your flesh and all your pig skin. And then we go make cracklins, and it's going to be delicious. I'm going to cracklin the shit out of your flesh, my friend. You better hope you don't lose this fight because you're looking delicious. Where is the... Ooh, we can actually mess with their line, too, if we really wanted to. I think for now I'm just going to rearrange, though. He's actually in an advantageous position at the moment. So let's see. Ah, an 11 crit right there. That'll help out a tiny bit with stress. It's not a lot. She's got blind fire. I'm going to scoot her back by 1. We pretty much lost our first... Oh, Jesus. Okay. I guess that's the way it's going to go for right now. 25. Good lord. I'm going to go ahead and mark her. Might be a waste of time. Man, we better hope for a crit with his heal. This is not a heal that I like to rely on, though. A 6 works. His bleed resist is pretty terrible, though, so it's possible he might bleed to death. Oh, my God. It's going to be one of those runs, I can tell already. I think crits are vastly overpowered in this game. Like, vastly. They make too much difference, is the way that I would put it, I guess. I've always felt that way since the beginning. Like, crits in this game, they're too exaggerated, and they've never been a feature of the game that I personally like. They happen really, really frequently. Enemies tend to have like 20, 25% chance to crit, 15% chance to crit. Really, really, really high values. You get critted a lot in this game. Finish him doesn't do anything for me, so I guess we'll just go in on him. There's a crit. They're also not symmetrical, so when the enemy crits you, you take like 25 stress a guy or like 10 stress a guy. And then when you get a crit, you only get like 1 or 2 stress reduction. Let's go ahead and start off right there. She's starting to look like a pretty juicy target. If we can avoid dodges, we can finish this one off without too many more problems. I'm going to try and fish out a couple more. Oh, I can't mark. That's too bad. Well, then we're going to go for Bola, and hopefully... I thought Bola had a chance to stun. Perhaps I was wrong. Flashbang will, though. There we go. Give us a chance to recover a little bit here. We need them to grab as much treasure as they can while they're down in the dungeon, so... Big 12 right there. Not a bad heal. Not a bad heal at all. 14 crit. All in. Well, at least we're throwing out crits, too. At least we are throwing out crits, too. At least it's not limited to the enemy. Pretty sure the herbs will get rid of... Oh, apparently they were eating sapphires. Delicious, delicious, and that actually is kind of a godsend, because that allows me to recover a little bit from that last combat. Pretty bad first combat, all things considered. Pretty nasty stuff. I'm going to take the anti-venom, and we're going to leave that. But yeah, I've never been a big fan of the crits in this game. They... Oof. Should have equipped that book before we came in here. I didn't think about it. It was foolish. Luckily, they've actually, at least if they scrambled people, they've scrambled them properly. But yeah, I've always felt like crits in this game are a little bit over the top. They matter too much, I guess, for something that's set on an RNG chance. Luckily, he's rolling high heals the entire time, so should be good to go. I'm going to go after Little Pig in the back. At least we're critting too. Yeah, you got to look at the bright side when you're having a run like this. Gotta look at the bright side. Nah. Unfortunate. Still workable, though. I'm gonna have him attack his way up to the front. We will more than likely have a number of panic attacks here. It's okay, though, because all these characters, every single one of them was expendable, so it doesn't really matter. Going in... Man, I need you to land a blow here. Come on. I need you to hit somebody. This is shenanigans right now. And another crit.
Blow to body and brain.
Wait, how did he take that? I shot him. Our hit chance is really hurting us right now. And there goes the first of the panic attacks. Okay, so he failed his Valor roll. Don't rely on them passing the Valor roll. It's a really, really low chance. Like, seriously, you almost never pass the Valor roll. I've never seen more than one person per run make it, so I don't rely on it. I just assume they're going to fail from the outset. Man, they are dealing some really, really nasty damage. Oh, cool. He made his roll, though. The game will do it just to disprove me now, make me look like an asshole. What is the hit chance with that? 85? Man, that means he has a really, really low chance to miss twice in a row, and he still did it. Oh, well. So many misses. She's going to stay on death's door. That's fine by me. Her bleed is going to keep her on death's door, too. Could definitely use some falling back action right now to get her out of the front lines, but another miss. So 3 out of 4 at an 85%. Man, what's his dodge rate? 7? So technically it's more like a 78% if it's even additive, which I don't even know if it is. It might not be like a reduction type thing where you have 85% chance to hit and his dodge is subtracted from your hit. We need somebody. Let's kill a corpse or two up here. And some pretty nasty problems on this run. It'll be okay, though. It's not so bad. These characters, I'm not attached to them to begin with, so.
Momentum. Push on to the task's end.
That bleed's only up for one more round. See if I can keep them on their feet a little while longer. I'm gonna go in with 3 torches just to try to push through, I guess. A barricade right there. Don't think that does anything. If you put holy water on it, I think something bad happens, though. But I think it's just got, like, scrawlings that change your life forever. Or something melodramatic like that. 1 portrait. A little bit of food in your gullet, though. That works. 3 little piggies. It was a darkness run that pretty much everything possible has gone wrong. It's kind of interesting seeing it happen. Hysterical blindness. So he took selfish right there.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
Luckily, none of these characters are really that close to heart attacks or anything like that, so we got a little bit more time to work with here. We gotta hope that we can land our hits, because these little guys can be sort of squirrely every now and again. He just gave everybody a buff for 15 damage. That's pretty rad. 2 health right there. Hopefully she don't bleed. Forgot to fix our rotation, too. I'm so focused on trying to get the hell out of here that unfortunately I didn't fix our shit. So I'll do it in just a second. I got something caught in my throat, unfortunately, too. Not only is the run going wrong in every way possible, apparently, biologically, my throat is deciding not to function anymore either. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. See if I can fish out a better heal here. There we go. These little guys can't really kill anybody. The only thing they do is stack up diseases on you, give you a ton of stress, so. Does he have to make the roll again if he gets up to 100? I wonder. Kind of unaware of exactly how this is going to play out. Just sitting there sobbing. He stabbed himself in the face with his own sword. He's so upset that he's stabbing himself in the face with his own sword. Like, fall upon me, sweet blade, take me away from mine suffering. Except it's incoherent, so he's like, Bliblabstar, Tobanus Gork.
Nonetheless.
A victory nonetheless. That works. Man, I really need to fix this line. That was a mistake. There. Just leapfrog him. The body's limit, a heart attack. Guess what? You're coming to the front line. Welcome to the front line where I'm gonna stab you and eat you. Cause you are a piggy, you're yummy. And you've got bacon all over your body, but mostly in the back. That's where the bacon comes from. Bacon's like on the back of the pig. Num 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 num. Stabs! Okay, slashes. Wonder if angling your axe like that makes it do more damage. Like it causes the blow to be like kind of zigzaggy so that it scars up improperly. They had lots of weapons like that back in the day. Real sadistic shit. Oh, look at that. She made her roll. Cool.
Is power. Unleash it.
What did she get? Powerful? That's what he's got too. Sweet. That means she'll occasionally buff everybody else, I think. He passed his turn? Oh, man. Yeah, we got a bunch of damage going on now. So what does that do? Oh, I thought that had a stun attached to it too. I learned things today. Goodbye, Piggy. You're no longer a problem for me. You're no longer a problem for anybody. Piggy in the back. You're gonna catch flack. You better watch out next turn. I'm gonna attack. Let's go, and I'm gonna throw... Oh, shit. Please don't bleed. Alright, good. I don't care if it doesn't heal, as long as they don't bleed. So does he have to re-roll that now? Oh, he doesn't. That's kind of cool. I've never had that happen before, so lesson learned. Knockbacks aren't really going to help with these guys that much because their little rend for the old gods or whatever scoots them forward. Man, you're taking on some stress right now, buddy. 12 damage out right there. All things considered, not the worst he could have done in this situation. He's bleeding his ass off, though. Like, he's bleeding so much that his ass just slid off. We got to take him back to town with no ass now. We're going to walk back into town. What do you think the other heroes are going to say when they walk into town and they see him with no ass? Do you think anybody's going to want to go into the dungeon after this? I doubt it. 23 crit right there. As the light gets lower, you have a higher chance to crit. Oh, he bypassed his turn too. It's a little obnoxious. That's pretty infuriating. He missed, which is also infuriating. So, you know, were I a more anger-ridden man, I'm sure right now I'd be slavering. Ah, good, we're missing too. That's fun.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
He's just going to attack on his own. Apparently the rule of law and orders and all that shit don't matter to him anymore. This is the point at which I just put a crossbow in him. Just done. You ain't follow orders on the field. Sorry, we get commissar on that ass. You get yourself blammed. Put an arrow into him, and our problems are getting lighter. Could be worse. We're still in this. This is one of the reasons I like occultists. Occultists suck when you're being unlucky, but when you're lucky, occultists are so good. I've had an occultist crit for 26, 27 before, like when somebody was at 0 health and just take them from the precipice back up to max. It's good stuff. Real good stuff. I suppose I will bola you. Oh, bola deals damage too. I never realized that, so it's not that bad actually. I think I'll keep bola for a while. Seems like an interesting way to like rearrange the enemy's lines. Please don't. Let's go ahead and turn that off real fast. See what treasures we can pull out of this beezy. Even with double treasure, we're looking a little sketchy at the moment. See if we can get rid of that obstruction right there. And it's kind of a shame. Man, it's already been looted. We've had really bad loot luck. You stop bleeding, man. It's getting everywhere. Got these pimpin' ass robes and whatnot, and you're just making it awkward. I'm covered in your red stuff. It's not even my red stuff. Now she's bleeding too. Everybody bleed.
His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Pull you to the front and center. Unless you resist, and then I guess I won't. That's unfortunate. I suppose I'll go after him. Although that sort of precludes her from getting anything done, but if she gets stunned, it won't matter anyways. 12 damage out right there. This is likely to be our last combat before we head on back. Man, all these guys gotta go. Every single one of them. Ain't nobody gonna survive this thing. This is trouble with a capital T. Honestly, the only thing that killed us, like I said, rearranging your party essentially means that you lose your first turn. by default. That's what it means. Why are they firing at random people? Oh, it's a random target. Okay, I thought you could actually target that. That would be a considerable debuff to that ability. I don't know how I played for so long thinking that that was targetable without noticing. There you go. At least somebody feels like contributing.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Oh, he passed his turn. It's definitely inconvenient.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas of emptiness.
We have like 2 people on the edge of heart attacks. We got issues right now. 7 out to right there. Oh, okay. If you don't want the heal, I'm not going to fight you over it. I mean, it's your call, amigo. There goes the big guy. Ooh, he kept it on death's door.
And now the true test.
Although we have a... No! He had a heart attack. That's what happens when you get up to 200 stress. It doesn't matter. The game's trying to tell me to run away right now because it doesn't know that this was an expendable party that I specifically sent in here to die and bring back as much treasure as possible.
Triumphant pride.
Run you.
Dizzying fall.
Run you. And now... you gotta decide if that curio over there is worth it. Yeah, sure. Why not? Might as well march him over a little bit further, right? $65, $50. All right, pal. All you. Oh, you're still alive. Oh, now you're dead. Heart attack. Ah, well.
Thirsting for blood.
As far as a loot run goes, it could have gone a lot better, but it wasn't that bad. Off we go to town to fire people and send them to the unemployment line.
Their squeals fade. Their confidence is shaken.
That's actually not bad for a short run. 10,000 gold is not terrible. Not that upset about it. He got unyielding. It might be worth it to keep him around, just because he was such a valorous member of our little troop.
Family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered.
Oh good, we've got some more men-at-arms, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll keep him. She got klepto and it's locked, so I'm definitely not going to keep her. If it becomes locked, it means it takes you like 10 grand to fix it. It gets really, really expensive to fix like little locked things. This is a good opportunity for me to stack on a couple more frontliners though, so that's cool.
But his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Let's make them different colors so that we can tell them apart. There we go. We've got Malaville and we've got Corbière. Unfortunately, we didn't get what I wanted out of this, but it's workable. Nothing to cry about. We'll increase the number of slots in the transept by a little bit more. I don't know what the right choice was. You'll notice that in the background, the church gets rebuilt as you go through. Like, this will look fancier, this will look fancier. They'll rebuild all the stuff in the city, and actually an endgame town looks pretty badass. Still, for right now, that's the end of our episode. The Dark Run went kind of how I expected it to. Those dark runs, I mean, when you're sending somebody in to just go get cash, it's hard for me to care. I didn't, like, rearrange my line or anything because I was assuming I was going to get rid of them at the end anyways. Their job is to march through the enemy and pick up as much shit as they can. They're not staying after this anyways, so they're gone. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all later. Thank you for joining me here. I may keep Bone Man, actually. He might get to hang out with us, but everybody else is off on the death cart. Bye, everybody.